This guide will provide an overview of the features and use of our new online repository, Experts at ESF. You can reach the Experts site from the Moon Library webpage under the menu Resources. The Experts at ESF Research Repository preserves and provides access to the research and creative output of the institution's faculty, students, and staff. You can view research through researcher profiles or through research units. You can also search for specific outputs using the search bar. Please note throughout the video that this site is under active development and many aspects of its design are liable to change. To view research units, click Research Units under the ETDs link here. There are two types of research units available: academic departments and research centers. A note, if you do not see your research center on this list, that is likely because there are no researchers or outputs associated with it. For this reason, it is important that you update your researcher profile with any research centers to which you belong. By default, loading any department or research center will take you to the researchers associated with it. Here we see the researchers associated with the Department of Environmental Resources. We will take a closer look at researcher profiles in a moment, so for now, let's look at the research output for this department. The powerful feature of Experts is called smart harvesting. Using a machine learning-based algorithm, the system searches databases of publications all over the web and automatically assigns output to researchers and to departments or centers associated with them. This means that the bulk of research you have produced will automatically populate on this site, requiring far less time and effort than manual repositories. Some of the departments have already gone through a round of smart harvesting, allowing us to see its effect. Let's take a look at a researcher profile. Here we see a researcher profile that has gone through the initial setup and a round of smart harvesting. We see that there's a headshot and an ORC ID. Moving over to the Output tab, we can see the scholarly output that the system has found for this researcher. I want to underscore the power of this platform. These articles were discovered by an algorithm. Neither the researcher nor any library staff inputted these titles to this site. Returning to the Experts main page, I will show you the steps to setting up your account in order to have the best possible result during smart harvesting. To begin, we must sign into our account. Experts uses the same ESF authentication that is used by many ESF systems, including dual-factor authentication. Once signed in, you will be taken to your profile. To edit your profile, click the Edit Profile button that is above the space for the headshot image. If you have published under a different name for any reason, please enter those names by adding name variants in this section here. And then select which name you would like to be displayed on the site. This next step is the most crucial. Please add your ORC ID, along with any other unique identifiers you have that are associated with your scholarship. ORC ID is needed for smart harvesting to perform at its best. To do this, click Add Global ID, and then select ORC ID or the appropriate ID from this list, and then enter the ORC ID here. We strongly recommend that you add a profile picture, as this radically improves the overall look and feel of the Experts site, especially your department's site. To add a profile picture, we click Upload a new image. Because I don't have a recent headshot, professional headshot I should say, I'm going to pick something that's suitably ESF, do a little bit of cropping, make sure that my face is centered as much as possible. Moving down the tabs for the settings, we find the About section. Customization of this section is not critical for smart harvesting, but it does provide the means to add various kinds of information to your profile, such as links to other web pages, description of your research, and links to your educational history. Below the About section is the Affiliation section, which is the second thing I want all researchers to update. If you are a member of a research center or program, please add your affiliation to that center here. To do this, we click Add Affiliation. What follows is a little counterintuitive. First, we want to select the College of Environmental Science, and then we search the department list for the name of the program of which we are a member. You can use a keyword like water to find your center. If your center has the word center in its name, searching for center will give you a list of all the centers that are loaded into Esploro. If you want to, you can choose to update your position within that center, but what's most crucial is that you simply indicate that you are a member of it. Please add an affiliation for every research center to which you belong. Doing this is what will allow those centers to be seen on the main experts site. Following the affiliations area, there is the communication area, where you can add, update, or remove email addresses, phone numbers, and physical addresses. The final section, Researcher Proxies, is where you can add a user to serve as your proxy on the site. This individual would have the rights to make changes to your profile as well as to update the profile with new output in your stead. Please note that this individual will have to be an experts user, and so you will likely have to contact the library in order to set up that Proxies account. A review of the two important steps all researchers should perform. First, add an ORC ID in the Global IDs section of your profile. Do this for all the unique IDs you have. This is the primary data point that allows smart harvesting to find your research. Second, add your affiliations to any research centers or programs in the Affiliations tab. This will allow the research of those centers to be associated on the expert site and give that work visibility. Once your department has taken the steps explained earlier in this video, the first round of smart harvesting will take place. After this round, it is valuable to review the output that the system has captured for you. Please do so, and email the library if there are any issues with the output. The smart harvesting algorithm is constantly improving, and any help we can give it will speed its growth. Depending on the schedule for regular smart harvesting that is ultimately decided upon, you may want to add research directly to your site manually. To do this, go to your profile while logged in and go to the Output tab. Then choose the Add Work option. The first thing you need to do is select the type of document that you're going to be adding, such as a journal article. What's next is pretty powerful. If your article has been published, you can simply paste a DOI here, and experts will automatically find the article and automatically fill out all the metadata associated with it, as you can see here. You can upload a file associated with the publication here where it says Add Your Files, by either dropping the file or using this button to select it from your system. I strongly urge you to do this. Most publishers allow a version of a published article to go into an institutional repository, such as experts. You can contact the library to confirm the rules for your specific publication, but nearly all publishers allow a preprint of some kind to be posted this way. To review, to maintain your experts page, you can visit your profile after each round of smart harvesting in order to verify that your new publications have been captured, as well as update any information that may have changed in your research profile. As described earlier in the video, you can assign a proxy user to do this maintenance for you. Experts at ESF is a powerful tool that allows our researchers, departments, and programs to share the full output of their scholarship and creative work. Advanced features such as smart harvesting dramatically decrease the amount of time and effort needed to maintain such a database. It is under active development, and new features will be added in the months to come. I want to thank you for making it to the end of this video, and urge you to take the next 10 minutes to log in and get your profile ready.